And we've actually tended to ignore the value of that degree of emotion. Now, marketeers work at it all the time, but I don't think we've really come to terms with what that value actually is and how it could actually improve our status, our standing, and our perception. And we need to focus on the quality-value relationship. How do we actually get people to understand that we're providing extremely good quality and good value? So, how does that look? Well, what we need to do then, we need to increase the perception value so that that becomes real value. We need to increase the real value so that the personal consumer actually really does value the service and the product that we offer. And we need to increase the consumer value so that in society and political terms, we, as public sector caterers, are increased in the value that we are seen by society. Which means we change the position of public sector catering from where I originally had it on my matrix to where it is now. Because that's where we need to be and that's where we should be. So just to finish up then, why public sector catering and a motorbike? Okay, well, my motorbike actually now is smaller than it was way back when I first started riding them, and public sector catering is smaller now. The Army Catering Corps that I was a significant part of no longer exists, but the service is still there, but much, much smaller than it used to be. It's much faster. It has to be much faster. It has to be much more manoeuvrable. It has to be lighter. It has to be able to respond, not technologically more efficient, but it has to be able to respond much quicker than it did before. However, it still needs a very experienced rider. And that's where, of course, public sector caterers come in, because they have that experience and they can actually determine the course and the direction. But beware that with the external environment changing, with a bike like this, you can still very easily lose control. And it's about how do you manage that environment and how do you manage control. And my view would be you do that by increasing the consumer value of public sector catering.